So what does today's filing mean for survivors? I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht has really been out in front of this story since yesterday afternoon. Charlie, what is the next step tonight on the road to healing for the survivors involved here?
Well, certainly bankruptcy means that these survivors are going to get some amount of compensation paid to them for the abuse. But what it could also mean to them is that the answers and the documents that they so desperately are seeking here could still remain locked away in church archives. Attorney Steve Boyd says bankruptcy will ultimately help the pocketbooks of abuse victims like his client Gary Astridge.
There will be plenty of money to go around.
But for abuse survivors, it's about more than compensation. They want to find out what the diocese knew about their abusers and when they knew it.
We don't get to have our clients sit in a room with a bishop or a priest and have them questioned. And that's going to be tough on a lot of our clients. They wanted that transparency.
That's because the discovery process, a legal term for document demands, freezes when cases go to bankruptcy court.
To me, that is very frustrating. The part of being able to delve into the files and the particulars of the case.
Bishop Edward Scharfenberger in January said he would provide abuse survivors with the secret files of the priests who abused them.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. If a survivor it puts that question out and is interested, should come forward, and we'll do whatever we can to let that person know what they need to know and want to know.
But the I-Team has heard from multiple survivors who say staff at the Catholic Center have made that process difficult, even infuriating.
I called January 14th and January 15th asking what the process was. Just got voicemail and never a return response. So to me, as a survivor, that was extremely insulting not to get any kind of word back.
One survivor says employees cited labor laws and federal laws and said there was no process in place, while another was told she would have to meet with someone from the diocese and questioned about why seeing the files would help her. Why can't the diocese just take these files that apply to these priests who abuse these people and put that file on a flash drive and send to the victim? Why are they making them come here into the diocese and making it so much harder for them emotionally?
Well, because not everybody, because we want to make sure that the people that have a right to those files and need to see that get it, and that they're not abused by others who may have other interests in using them. Because some of those files contain confidential information that we're legally unable to release.
Boyd says bankruptcy will put the focus where the church wants it, on money, not on the abuse.
And turn it into a financial transaction. And it's not a very, church-like way to apologize to people that you've hurt.
All right, Charlie, so this process in terms of the files, frozen for now. Will those files ever be released? Will they ever come out?
So they could still come out here at the very end of the bankruptcy process. What's happened in other cities that the diocese has declared bankruptcy is that basically the two sides are going to come to a settlement, and the plaintiff's attorneys in those cases have said, look, we're not going to sign a settlement until you post those files publicly on the diocesan website. That's happened in other cities. We'll watch and see if it happens here.
I'm sure you will. All right, Charlie, thank you for your reporting tonight. No doubt.